Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Eartha Osborne. Thanks for your love and support. Thank you for watching, you guys. Guys, I have breaking news in regards to YouTube. Check out this video from J Progress Entertainment.
Existing YouTuber, you may want to hear this. If you're an aspiring YouTuber, you may most definitely want to hear this. YouTube has made major changes to the way how people are paid on YouTube. Their YouTube monetized partnership program has changed dramatically. For persons who are already a part of the YouTube partnership program, that is how you are paid. That is when your channel is monetized. If you are already a part of the program, rest assured you are okay. But if you are a YouTuber who has not yet been monetized, I want to say to you guys, you have literally 5 months to be monetized, or else you being monetized will be 100% harder. It will be 100% more difficult. Imagine how difficult it is to get 4,000 watch time hours. Many people get to 1,000 subscribers within a week. But the difficult part has always been the 4,000 qualified watch time hours. Now, guys, there will be changes to that. So if you are not yet monetized on YouTube, I want to tell you now, if you have a YouTube channel, you need to buckle up your belt, pull up your socks, and put in some work, because the next 5 months will be crucial.
Yeah, you guys, according to what you just saw, YouTube raised the bar, you guys, for where monetization is concerned. Now, folks, I have been on YouTube for 2 years now, and I'm not monetized. As a matter of fact, I have only 153 subscribers. So I am very, very far from being monetized in any way, shape, or form, because I need at least 500 to 1,000 subscribers, and I need over 4,000 watch hours. I'm nowhere near that, and I'm quite unperturbed in that I am not dependent upon YouTube's money to eat a meal or to keep my roof over my head. I am self-employed. I am a self-employed property manager, landlord, and I can maintain myself, you guys. Guys, based on that, my independence, I'm not a millionaire by first world standard, and I'm not a millionaire by even Jamaican standard either. But I am blessed. I am blessed, and I am comfortable. I can live a decent life. I can take a trip occasionally. I live in a very prominent neighborhood in Jamaica. I don't want to say which one for privacy. but I live in the most sought after neighborhood in all of Jamaica, you guys. And I'm very blessed and proud of that. You know, what is meant for you is meant for you. What is your destiny is your destiny. God said to me, and God put it in writing from the day I was born, that you may not be a millionaire or a billionaire and, you know, be a big star, you know, as such, but you're going to live among them. And you're going to live quite comfortably among them. And you're going to be happy, and you're not going to be in need living among them. And so that's my blessing from the Almighty God. And I praise you, oh God. I thank you, Lord. I fall on my knees morning, noon, and night. So as a result, you know, this cracking of whip for YouTubers, new YouTubers, small channel YouTubers, those who are not yet monetized. And even if you're monetized and you want to remain monetized, because if you're not putting out videos, you know, you're not going to get a certain amount of money on a regular basis, right? You have to work twice as hard now. You're really going to have to go out there and put out videos back to back according to what I'm hearing from J Progress. I am not going to do that, I can assure you. Because for one, main reason, I'm not dependent. Two, yes, I can do with, you know, none of us are are too big to have more money. No. But at my age, one, and two, I have no children. You know, I don't see the need for me to go there and bust my buttocks to generate, well, I don't know how much YouTubers are getting paid. I don't know if they're getting paid in the millions, but I doubt that very much because I've been watching a lot of them and, you know, they're living an average life. Yeah, they're traveling, yeah, and yeah, they're living quite average. I have purchased a house or I'm buying a lot of land in X area. When I see that, then, you know, I'll know, okay, YouTube is paying good money. I've seen it with the Africans, the Kenyans. I'm seeing them building villas. You know, and I mean, I'm really impressed with what they're doing. They're really working hard. They're building Africa, you know, but they're quite average, you know, and they're surviving, and it seems to be a backup to whatever money they are making. But so based on all of that put together, you know, what am I killing myself for? You know, I already have the envied neighborhood. I already live there. Over 52 years, you guys. 52 years when my mom built this house in the early 70s. Yes, guys. Yes. And I have the title to prove it, but I'm not going to show it to you. But who knows, knows. However, it really is crazy because, you know, YouTube make money off YouTubers. That's where they make their big money, you know. When you do put out good videos and they attach, you know, and you see ads on those videos, YouTube make the bulk of that money. which is millions and millions and millions of US, probably per day. And the YouTubers, yeah, they get a percent. I mean, I don't know just how much, like I said, I don't know how much they get paid, you know. Like I said, when I joined YouTube, I didn't know that, you know, you could get paid for your videos. I had no clue until they started reaching out and encouraging me to, you know, to do what's necessary to become a partner, you know, and get monetized. Well, I did the best I could at the time, and I still am, but nothing have happened, and I'm no less than what I am presently, you know. But it's just unfortunate, and I feel it for those who are dependent now upon YouTube's money to survive. You know, you guys, and I say to you, this is why it is important to make sure that you're independent, you can do for yourself, you know, have different areas in which you generate money legally, you know, so that no one can pull a rug, you know, from under your feet, you know, because I do hope and pray that a lot of you YouTubers, I see some of them that are doing positive things because they're buying houses out in Portmore and Old Harbor and places like that, and are doing Airbnb and stuff like that. And so I hope that they're saving as well, instead of taking and putting the money to use, you know, so that they can build themselves. So, yeah, but you guys, to make a long story short, I just want to say that Eartha Osborne is not dependent upon YouTube's money to eat a bread or to keep a roof over her head. Thank God. You know, God have blessed me, and God is sheltering me, you know, and protecting me. And so if I'm not putting out enough videos and good enough videos to please YouTube, then, you know, if they want to delete my channel, then so be it. I will still be where I am, you know, and I will still be able to eat food, to pay my utility bills and my cable bills, and yes, so you know, I am in a good position wherein I can maintain myself. You guys, I can pay my bills, I can you know, feed myself, you know, and you know, I'm in a situation where I don't have to resort to you know, a sugar daddy, you know, to help me out. I'm 100% on my own doing all of this, and I'm happy and I'm free. You know, no one can come in here and you know, fire a slap in my face because, you know, they're helping me financially, and I am not doing 100% what they want me to do. Thank God I have that freedom. You know, that's what I mean when I say independence, you know. Yes, I don't have to depend on a goddamn soul. Thank God for that. I'm so blessed, you know. So and it will remain until the day I die. I can assure the world on that. That is a fact, you guys. So, you know, no one is going to have me hop, skipping, and jumping to their tune. You know, I will work at my own pace because I need time to breathe, you know, and it's not everything, you know, every single part of my business that I want to broadcast on YouTube to show the world. You know, I need private time for myself, you know, and yeah, So there you have it, you guys. But yes, I am upset because of the fact that YouTube's money would really be a icing on my cake, you guys. Oh yes, it would. I would be lying if because I'm not that big financially to refuse money that I'm earning legally. Hell no. It would have been a plus, and it would have enabled me to do a lot more in terms of traveling and the works. But if it is going to burn me out, then no. I'm not going to end up in a hospital, suffering from high blood pressure, hypertension, this, that, a heart attack, on the verge of getting a stroke, and all of this, for a dollar. No, I'm not going to do it. And thank God, God have put me in a position where I can say what I'm saying, and, I can survive quite comfortably, without YouTube's money. I mean, YouTube's money, definitely for a fact, and I would be lying if I say otherwise. It would have been a plus and an icing on my cake, you guys. But, until then, if, like I said, if my videos, most of them are not up to par, and if I'm not working fast enough, and YouTube want to take my channel off, then so be it. If they see fit to give me the views that I need in order to get more subscribers and more views, then so be it. But if your channel is not getting views, you guys, there's no way on earth it's going to grow. No way on earth. I have no control over what people are seeing. If people are not seeing my channel, then that's it, because I only have a handful of friends, and close family that are helping me out on YouTube. They are the ones that repeatedly acknowledge my videos and comment and subscribe. The 153. Otherwise I have to go out and hunt for it, beg people to subscribe. And yeah, they tell you, yeah, I will subscribe, and they don't, or they subscribe and then remove it later on, which is really terrible. That's not good. But there you have it, you guys. I'm going to give you a brief peek into my lifestyle, and you see that I'm not a millionaire, but my life is comfortable. It's clean, it's comfortable. I'm in a decent neighborhood. I can't complain, and I have to give all thanks to God and for giving me my mom, who worked very hard to make all this possible, and for giving me the wisdom and the knowledge to maintain it. You guys, she's gone now, going on 20 years, and yeah, and I'm doing okay on my own. I'm maintaining it. Yeah. So some people would take over and want to sell a house and squander the money, buy a big Range Rover and all of that. And believe it or not, some people would do that, travel the world, and then they're broke and left on their asses to live in one room somewhere. But if you have uh, you know uh, the value of what you have, you try and maintain it as best as you can, which is what I'm doing. And thank God, and I know it will never end for me here until God call me home. So there you have it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Again, to those of you who are not yet monetized, and this is the reality of YouTube right now. You have to work twice as hard now. Back to back videos Like I said, for me, I will continue working at the pace that I'm working, because I'm not going to burn myself out. I really need time for me, and to take care of my business, So, yeah. All right, you guys, good luck on YouTube. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys.